This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, communities across the bi-state are cleaning up after severe weather. Storms swept through our area twice yesterday, bringing strong hail and several tornadoes. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Brent Solomon. And Allred has the day off. O'Fallon, Missouri is one area that saw some of the worst damage. Large baseball-sized hail dented cars and shattered windshields. Our Justina Cornell joins us live from Travers Automotive and RV Group in O'Fallon. And Justina, what damage are you seeing there?
Well, I was actually driving by and that damage actually caught my attention. I saw those shattered windshields, the dent on the hoods of the cars, and I really just saw the impact of that hail. And I didn't realize the extent of that damage until the owner allowed me to walk around the lot, and that's when I realized it was widespread damage. Now, the owner tells me about 100 cars and 150 RVs aren't impacted in some way. Our meteorologists tell us some sizes of the hail were similar to baseballs. Some of those larger ice balls can fall as fast to anywhere from 20 to 40 miles per hour. And we're seeing that impact today on cars and roofs. While in the neighborhoods, I also saw many contractors out working on homes. I caught up with the co-owner of Three Brothers Gutters and Roofing. Don Walker said they're busy right now, but he wants to warn homeowners about potential scammers.
Red flag number one, any reputable or most reputable companies are not going to be knocking on doors. Generally, if you look at the gutters and the downspouts, they call it collateral damage. If your gutters have dents and things like that, your roof probably does too. There's so many shady contractors out there. Google, Google, Google.
If you live in St. Charles County, you can report that damage, and we have that information on our website, kck.com, and you can go to the section as seen on TV. Reporting live, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
Video of a traveler shot the aftermath of a hailstorm on Interstate 55 in Staunton, Illinois, has been viewed 75,000 times and counting. 5 on your side's Tracy Henson caught up with him as his family deals with not one, but 2 damaged cars.
In 2 cars, Jack and 6 of his family members were on their way from Springfield to Edwardsville.
And we were going to one of my sister's ballet recitals.
They were in Staunton when the sky opened up.
And all of a sudden you hear this giant boom, and this hail hits our car.
Boy, did it ever.
It sounded like someone took a metal bat and took the metal bat straight to your car. When you're out there on the interstate with no cover or anything, you just got to let the hail hit you, and very out there in the open, exposed to everything.
They weren't alone. He took this video of cars in worse shape when the hail stopped.
Probably 50 to 100 cars that their windshields have been broken through. There was a bunch of glass everywhere. Interstates are shutting down. Cars in ditches, just scattered. It just looked like a mess. It looked like almost like a tornado went through, but it wasn't a tornado. It was just a bunch of hail that hit everything.
You could see multiple hail strikes on the windshield, but it's this spot here that sent small shards of glass onto the dashboard.
Just glass shards everywhere. It was just a complete mess.
The car he was in was driven and left behind in Edwardsville, while the rest of the family piled into the car with less damage.
We all were piled into one car, being a clown car on the way back home.
As for the sisters' ballet recital they were headed to in the first place, Jack says they made it just in the nick of time. Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
We're getting a look at more storm damage in Nashville, Illinois. The storms tore off part of the roof at Nashville Community High School. This is what it looks like in the school's gym. We're told there's also some water damage.
And 5 tornadoes have now been confirmed in our area yesterday. One of them was in St. Louis County. This damage along Lakeland Road in Charlotte near Overland. The National Weather Service says it was an EF0 tornado with winds around 75 miles per hour. The tornado was only on the ground for 1 minute. 4 other tornadoes in Jersey and Macoupin counties. One of them touched down near Jerseyville, damaging trees and homes there. Others hit near Brighton, Fidelity, and Carlinville.
And our Weather First team is tracking the paths of those storms we saw yesterday. A much different day today, Scott, thankfully.
It is, and it's nice to see the sunshine today. It's nice to be quiet, calm. Certainly a lot of cleanup to be done across the area. Not as much from winds and tornado damage as it is from the hail. That hail, you're looking west here out towards St. Peter's and O'Fallon. Really a tremendous amount of hail damage there. We look at the paths of the storms. Clearly, that one cell that came from Montgomery County and along 70 created a tremendous amount of large hail, large damaging and even destructive hail. And then you had a couple of storms here in Madison County. There were a few in South St. Louis County and Jefferson County, and then across the river. Our 5 confirmed tornadoes were all little spin-ups from what we had early in the morning when Anthony Slaughter was here talking to you yesterday morning between 7:30 and 8:30. Right now, we've settled down across the bi-state area. Our sky just with some high clouds, especially south and southwest of St. Louis. No big storms for a few days. We are trending cooler early next week. We'll talk more about the potential for a hard freeze early Monday in just a few minutes.
All right, Scott, stay close. Remember, you can always get your Weather First forecast on your cell phone. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
Tonight, a 13-year-old faces assault charges for shooting another teen in North St. Louis County. Police say it happened after a fight involving several teens in Glasgow Village.
5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live in studio with more details from witnesses. Diamond.
Well, Brett and Kay, witnesses say nearly 6 shots rang out in their neighborhood on Wednesday evening. This is the 3rd violent fight among teens in the last week. A Jennings teen died in a stabbing, and a Hazelwood teen is in critical condition after an attack. St. Louis County Police say around 6:45 on Wednesday, they responded to a call for a shooting on Midlothian Road. When officers arrived, they found a 14-year-old boy with a graze wound who was taken to the hospital for treatment. Police say a 13-year-old boy was taken into juvenile custody for second-degree assault. The shooting happened 5 miles from the Jennings stabbing and just 3 miles from the Hazelwood fight. Neighbors who witnessed the fight say it's not the first time there's been fighting or shooting on their street.
And then my husband hollers that, some kids out here fighting, call the police. Well, by the time he said call the police, then he said they shoot. So, I'm dialing 911 and I'm telling them what we are witnessing, with the fight. And I heard the gunshots and they said that a kid was shot.
Neighbors are asking for increased police patrols and parents to talk to their children about teen violence. The question remains for neighbors how the juvenile got the gun. There is no word on when a pretrial conference in the shooting will be set for the 13-year-old.
An entire city's police department has resigned in St. Louis County. Officers with Velda City resigned over a contract to combine police services with another agency. Police cite differences they have with the city. Velda City Police Department also serves Floridale Hills. We are told Pagedale Police are handling calls for both cities.
Much more still ahead. A search for a Mizzou student now missing for a week. The steps police are taking to find him.
This weekend is the big St. Patrick's Day parade down in Dogtown. How businesses are getting ready for the crowd.
Plus, a local nonprofit making a military veteran's last wish come true.